morning. Good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hopefully, you guys had a good weekend. Um, Probably be a little bit of a quicker stream today. We don't have much to dive into. No baseball going on. No other sports going on. We have the All-Star break for MLB right now. We've got Home Run Derby tonight. We've got the American League, National League, obviously All-Star game tomorrow night at 8. And then really for me, that the highlight of this week is the British Open, which will be starting on Thursday. So we'll definitely be talking about that on stream this week. And we'll talk Home Run Derby today, but probably just a quicker stream. I don't know. We don't really have much to dive into. I'm saving my Wednesday when Steve comes on. We're gonna talk some NFL futures. We're also going to talk some fantasy football. With my first run of my rankings is up, and how this will work is the first run is up, and then it's gonna get updated each week, leading up to like the middle of August when my bigger draft article will come out. But we're gonna, walk through the rankings on the stream, talk about things, guys I'm higher on right now than consensus, guys I'm lower on. Lots to talk about. And then British Open is awesome. Last major of the year. So yeah, we've got some stuff to talk about this week, but a little bit lighter, just with it being the All-Star break. I hope it's good, honestly, Guru. I think the competitors are good, so it should be fine. Like Cal Raleigh is a fun, story, especially just considering the season that he's having. And then O'Neal Cruz is a very exciting player with big power. James Wood, exciting young player with big power. Matt Olson is like the hometown because it's in Atlanta, so you kind of have some hometown representation there. And then I think Brent Rooker is being disrespected a little bit in the betting market because we're going to talk. I took some bets for tonight just for some fun. Nothing crazy. I'm not going to track this to my record win or loss, but yeah, we'll dive into that. I want to look at trying to look at some of these like props. Player to hit longest home run. Distance of long home run for O'Neal Cruz is 471. I'll look at more of some props. DraftKings probably has some better ones. I don't know. I'll dive into that in a little bit. But as for the home run derby tonight, also we have to shout out Chris Gotterup. Unfortunately, I wasn't on him in Scotland, but someone that I've bet a few times recently. I'm a fan of his. He got it done. Took home the Scotland Open or whatever it is. But man, I wish I would have been on him. Just unfortunate. Someone that we've bet pretty consistently as of late. So it sucks to miss out on that, but he played great. So shout out to him. Straka somehow didn't get us a top 5. He finished T7, but we ended up making money on the tournament anyways because we had hit Straka first round leader. So it ended up being okay, but would have liked to have that T5 as well. But as for the home run derby tonight, Cal Raleigh is the clear, I don't want to say clear favorite, but he is the betting favorite. And then O'Neal Cruz is right there as well. I'm not really surprised by that. I think Cal is the favorite for a reason, but I don't typically bet the favorites or the big favorites in events like this. I don't want to sit here and claim that I have like insider info or like a true edge on the home run derby. I don't think I do. But I can analyze, obviously, baseball and look at the past home run derbies and look at success. So I typically just don't bet the bigger favorites here, and we're looking to just have some fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 guys to win, and then I'm going to take the exact matchup of those two guys over each other. So best case scenario, one of them wins and we make money. But if we somehow luck into it and we get the two guys in the championship, I mean, we are going to absolutely crush. And those two guys for me are going to be James Wood and Brent Rooker. So James Wood to win the home run derby outright is much better priced on DraftKings. It's plus 450 over there, and it's plus 370 on FanDuel. So if you are going to tail along, do not take James Wood to win the home run derby on FanDuel. Take it on DraftKings at plus 450. Brent Rooker has better odds on FanDuel compared to DraftKings, so take Brent Rooker here. So we're going to take Brent Rooker at 10-1. We're going to take James Wood at 4.5-1, and those are just outright to win the home run derby. And then when we get into the exact result, we will take James Wood over Brent Rooker at 40-1, and then we will take Brent Rooker over James Wood at I think it's 50-1. Yeah. So those are my kind of just picks for the derby. I honestly, like, if you ask me for my pick, I might pick Brent Rooker. I don't know. I think he's a little disrespected here. I mean, he doesn't have like the kind of notoriety of a Cal Raleigh or O'Neal Cruz, but I mean, Brent Rooker is a power hitter. If you go back to some of his seasons in the minors, let me see if I can find this. If we go back to some of his minor league stats, there's a 30 home run season in there. Another like close to 30. He has some big power. And then obviously in the actual MLB, his rookie season, 30 home runs. Last year, 39, and then this year he already has 20. So just had a 23 home run season in college in 2017, which is pretty good. So Brent Rooker and James Wood, those are my picks for tonight. I'm going to play them straight, and then I'm going to do the exact matchups just in the event. Like, if somehow we got a James Wood, Brent Rooker final, I mean, that would just be insane. I don't know, like, that's 40 and 50-1 for a reason. Honestly, that's probably too low. It should be higher odds than that. But I mean, we're not playing this seriously. We're just looking for some fun, and there's nothing else to gamble on until Thursday. So we'll have a little bit of fun with it. Trying to think of other news that went down over the weekend. Quinshon Judkins got arrested. So I'm not going to make any changes to my rankings right now for that. But a week from today, when I update them next week, there could be an update. I don't know. We kind of got to see how that's going to play out. I don't know. I haven't looked into the details of it, but just the fact that it's domestic violence, I feel like the NFL with the rookies have been quicker to put them on like the commissioner's list in recent seasons. So, we could see a 2-3 game suspension for Judkins depending on how that breaks. I don't know the details of the case, so I'm not updating anything right now. But next week or the week after, when we get some more clarity on the situation, there definitely could be an update for him in my rankings, but I don't think it'll affect anything long term. We could see a small suspension to start the season, though. We also got some news today in regards to the 49ers. Juwan Jennings said he basically wants a new contract or a trade. And that's like really big news for fantasy football because, I mean, Brandon Ayuk is going to start on the PUP list coming off that knee injury. And obviously the 49ers traded Deebo Samuel because of how comfortable that they are with Juwan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall and George Kittle and those guys. So, I mean, that would have big fantasy implications if the Niners were, in a position where they might trade Juwan Jennings. Because first and foremost, Juwan Jennings metrically was extremely good last season. Very, very good receiver. 77 catches, almost 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. But also, like, aside from him just being a good receiver for Brock Purdy, take him out. I mean, that would provide substantial increases to both George Kittle and Ricky Pearsall. Ricky Pearsall, I already have ranked ahead of Juwan Jennings for this season, so that would be a big boost for him. George Kittle, I actually am slightly higher on him than ADP as well. I actually have George Kittle at tight end 2 right now, above Trey McBride, behind Brock Bowers. So that would be another boost for George Kittle as well. So that's something to keep an eye on. The 49ers offense in general is one that I'm very, very interested in for fantasy this year, just given their schedule and like a healthy Brock Purdy coming into the season. I'm higher than consensus on Brock Purdy in my rankings. I actually have him at like QB6, QB7 right now. So, this definitely would impact things when it comes to, pairing him up with someone. And I don't know. We'll kind of see how this goes. But that was some big news today. Hopefully they get that resolved and they can keep him. But that would certainly, affect the fantasy stock of guys like Ricky Pearsall and even George Kittle to an extent. The Najee injury, I don't know. It sounds like it's not serious. I never commented on it because I saw the reports over 4th of July that it was serious and no actual like reputable source had picked it up yet. So I didn't want to, comment on the speculation. It sounds like he avoided anything super serious, but it's probably tough to know until we see him. I don't know. I mean, he's the Chargers backup anyways, but him being like seriously hurt would really, really, positively impact Omarion Hampton, who already is, a solid rookie running back pick in regular drafts, like not dynasty, but in your regular drafts, like I think he's a fine pick where he goes. If you were like to like take Najee out for a while, like that would obviously be a big boost for him. But it sounds like he avoided anything super serious. We do have some WNBA to bet on. I haven't bet on WNBA a ton in the past, kind of like off and on. I might look into this today and maybe find a pick or two. I saw FanDuel giving out. I don't know if you guys use FanDuel. They were giving out get a bonus bet equal to your bet amount on WNBA. So if you guys are into that, you could take advantage of that offer. So that was something I was considering doing. I might find a pick and just, if it loses, it doesn't matter. You get the bonus bet anyway. So I might look into that. British Open, we'll talk this tomorrow probably, since Wednesday we're going to do the futures and the fantasy football rankings. So maybe we'll talk British Open tomorrow. I'll try and dive into like what I want my card to be early. Guys that stick out off the top, Tyrrell Hatton, who we bet at the US Open, I'd be interested in. Can just go right back to Straka again, potentially. I don't know. I'll research this tonight and we can talk about it on stream tomorrow. But like I said, it's going to be a quicker stream today. We don't really have much to dive into. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask. For the Home Run Derby, if you guys joined late and missed it, I'm taking James Wood at plus 450 on DraftKings, and I'm taking Brent Rooker at 10-1 on FanDuel, and then I'm going to bet them exact too. So best case scenario, they match up in the finals. If they, get on the same side of like the bracket or something, then at least we're protected and we have one of them. Hopefully we just get someone in the, like, not asking for much here. Like, just give me somewhat of a sweat and we'll see if we can make some magic happen tonight. But like I said, fantasy football rankings, first run, top 175 players is up on the website. I'll tweet out the link later today so you guys can peruse that. We'll go through that on Wednesday. We'll talk NFL futures on Wednesday. Tomorrow we'll talk British Open. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great Monday, and I will see everybody tomorrow at 11 a.m.